Welcome, fumblers. We're sweet and sour.
Few minutes. I did great yesterday. I did not cheat, which I'm super proud of. It was a rough day yesterday. I found out that a friend of mine had passed away at lunchtime, so it was a little harder of a day than I had expected, but the one thing I am proud of is that typically on a rough day, I want to turn to food for comfort, chips and salsa, sweets, whatever, but I did not do that yesterday. The first thing my husband asked is if I wanted to go have some chips and salsa, which is the number one thing I want when I am sad and stressed and things like that. I did not do that yesterday. I did take time to remember and honor my friend. I was a little bit more upset than I kind of expected to be because she had been ill and kind of fighting some things. And obviously she didn't make it through that. So it was a little bit more of a rough day, and I was a little bit more upset than I expected to be, since this was a little ongoing thing, and kind of prepared myself for her passing once I found out that she was super ill. But I did make it through the day on the diet, and I didn't turn to the things I would normally turn to comfort myself. I stayed on plan. I did leave work early to really to not be sitting in front of a customer and break out in tears. Seems to be a bad experience for customers. So I didn't do that. I went home. I took a little time for me, and then once the kiddo got home, we stayed on track. We stayed on schedule. We went swimming like we were supposed to, which didn't last as long as we had really budgeted time for. I was just done. My body was exhausted, and I was ready to go. I did get up this morning and stayed on routine, got on the elliptical. I did 15 minutes this morning at a kind of slower pace because I am a little struggly from yesterday, because I did do my elliptical in the morning and then went swimming in the afternoon, which I typically, when I'm in the pool, do some aerobic workout and muscle training and stomach crunches and all the exercises that you can do in a pool to strengthen your muscles. So I do that. So on track for my journey. I managed to make it to the blog today, so I'm super excited I did do that. I have a lot of things that are running around in my head, but I'm going to keep it short and sweet today, and tell you that if you're struggling with stress and depression and things like that, one of the things that is hard when you're on these journeys to eat right, be more healthy, is to not turn to food. Make food a way to survive and a necessity versus something that we do to help us get through the stressful times, to deal with emotion, things like that. Changing that behavior will make your health journey and your food journeys a long-term solution to your health, especially if that is your personal struggle. My personal struggle is 100% turning to food for two things. One, to relieve stress. I stress eat, emotionally eat, One of the other things that I do is boredom eat. If I'm sitting on the couch watching TV, I will eat. When I drive in the car, I munch. So trying to overcome these things and make food a necessity, not entertainment, not stress, not any of those other things that we try to use food for, and really being able to evaluate yourself and know that you're using food for those things is super essential. If you continue on those habits, you will keep the weight on, because things in life are always going to happen. There's always going to be some kind of stress, and it's how you deal with that stress and not turn to food to help relieve that stress. To not use food as an entertainment, which is super hard, especially when you are dating or going to visit somebody, holidays, things like that. Food is entertainment. You've got to change your thinking on things like that. Instead of going to dinner for date night, try to find another avenue, something else to do for date night that doesn't revolve around food. And those are things that you kind of have to remember and to remind yourself of constantly when you're battling things like weight and health and things like that. Choosing the right foods when it is time to nourish your body and do things like that. Okay, so that's short and sweet for today. Got off on a little tangent, but anyways, you guys all have a great day. I'm out. Day 2 done.
Rules for social media. Share your love with a like. Participate with comments. Share with everyone. Make friends by subscribing. And do as you're told. Definitely do as you're told. I'm out.